How's everybody doing? Hey. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, King David, the King Dave, the King David. What is going down? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What is the word? Episode 7. Episode 7. I'd start off by saying thank you for all the support, comments, likes, subscriptions, this, that, and the other. You know, positive um, you know, comments, negative, just I appreciate your feedback. Currently right now we are on hold on, let me go to my list. All right. Currently right now we are on Spotify, Sirius XM, Stitcher, Google Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and iTunes. T Swin, are you in the building? What is going down, sir? Partner.
What's up, everybody? It's your guy T Swin, man. Back for the win. Back again. In the building. Trying to make a million. Looking like a villain. Hey. Let's get to it, man. What's going down? H-Town in the building. T Swin. King David.
Hit the like button, fool. I'm gonna do this in my broadcaster voice. Here we go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. This horse can get Hold on. Here we go. No. Fuck that. Here we go. In my broadcaster voice. Ready for this? Remember this?
Yeah.
97.9 The Box? KBXX Houston, 97.9 The Box. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right. In my broadcaster voice. This portion of King David Super Show is brought to you in part by Spotify, Sirius XM, Stitcher, Google Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and iTunes. Like that? Player? No. All right, fuck it. This portion of the King David Super Show is brought to you in part by Diet Dr. Pepper, when you just need more. Diet Dr. Pepper. Just drink it. It's great. It ain't trash. It's class. It's class. It ain't trash. I love this stuff. But, man, what's going on, bro? How was your week?
Man, my week has been pretty decent, man. I cannot complain. Like Drake. I cannot complain. I cannot.
Right. Dude, I gotta talk about this. I've had the craziest paranormal experience ever in life. Happened like 5 days ago, right here in this chair. Paranormal experience. I'm just actually I had to write it down. My first supernatural experience, paranormal experience, whatever you want to call it. I'm not making this shit up, people. I get home from work and I have a bad habit of always just kind of sitting in front of the computer, just falling asleep. I just sit in the chair, I pass out. And it was weird. I'm kind of just sitting just like this, just as you see, just like this. And I can hear the carpet upstairs. I can hear it moving. I can literally hear I can hear it. And I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. And I hear the carpet, I hear the stairs, and I'm just kind of like this. I'm like, and the crazy part is I always have guns, so I'm trying to reach for my gun, and I'm like, because my alarm didn't go off, so I know there's not forced entry or nothing like that. But I hear shit. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not hearing shit. I'm not crazy, and I couldn't move. Okay. I hear the carpet and I see like a shadow, but I don't see like a person. I don't see like a person or anything like that. All I know is I'm sitting like right here. I see a shadow. I can't move. I'm paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is move my eyes. I can even barely move my head, but I see it like right here, and I'm trying literally to grab my arm because my gun is right here. My gun. I got a Ruger 5.7 right there, at all times, and I'm trying to reach for my gun and I can't move. It's crazy. So I'm just like, I feel like I'm paralyzed. I can't fucking move. I'm paralyzed.
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest experience because it's like I'm there, I see it, I can't move, I can't even scream.
Was that your first experience like that?
Yes. Yeah. I would say if I have experienced it before, I ignored it. But I felt that I was in either some kind of state, some weird state.
Mm-hmm.
The best way I could describe it is if I was in between some state. Either I was in a very, very deep sleep or in a very deep something else I can't describe, but whatever it was,
in
I couldn't
between
get out.
dimensions of planes.
Yeah. But whatever it was, I could not get out. And so I literally am like this. I cannot move my hands. I can't even move a finger. And it's like I'm trying to move and I'm trying to scream and I'm trying to reach for my gun and I can't.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the longest 5 minutes of my life. And I can continue, but here's the crazy part. The crazy part is I can continue to hear the floor shuffle and I can continue to see this aura, this black aura.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't hear any voices. I was talking to a cousin of mine, very spiritual, very, very, very spiritual. And what he was telling me was, he was like, you were being attacked. He's like, it was on top of you, and I don't really know how to take it or what to make of it, but because I was kind of telling him this and he was like, man, he's like, from what it sounds to me, he's like, you were being attacked. And he was talking to me about energy. He's like, it's interesting. He was telling me, it's like sometimes when you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, that energy is going to follow you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, where have you been in the last couple of weeks or couple of days? Like, have you been in places where you don't belong? I'm like, not really, and he was kind of telling me a story, which I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, out of respect for him, I'm not going to put his story up. But he was basically kind of telling me in so many words is like, sometimes if you're at the wrong place where you have no business, spirits will follow you. They'll find you and they'll follow you, and I'm like, I'm like, the only place that I could have been was the fucking casino. Everybody knows I'm a gambler. It's what I do. So the only place that I could have been is there. I haven't really been doing anything outside the, unbecoming of myself, unbecoming as a person. All I do is I hustle. So I just kind of found that very strange. It's like, well, he's like, he could have followed you because I asked him. I'm like, the only place I've been is casino. And he's like, well, it's very possible. You have a lot of very broken people there. You have a lot of evil people in casinos. You know what I'm saying? A lot of evil shit that goes on in casinos.
A lot of negative energy.
Exactly. And he's like, that negative energy followed you right to your doorstep, followed you right home. And he was always saying, like, if you ever feel like you're being attacked, the best thing to do is you got to start praying. Try to get it out of there. Get that entity out of your house. Burn some sage. Grab a Bible, whatever. Whatever it is to get that energy out of your house. So I just wanted to share that because I just like, bro, this just fucking happened, and I'm not making this up. I am not making this up.
Now you recall the time and what time it took place?
Exactly 3 a.m.
All right. If you people out there unfamiliar, that's 3 a.m. in the morning. That's usually around what they call it, the witching hour. So read up on that if you want to. If you're into supernatural or spiritual things, look into that.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I've never felt so paralyzed.
Yeah.
You understand? Powerless, completely powerless. Because I mean, literally, my gun is right there. You know what I'm saying? I cannot reach for my weapon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm fully cognitive of my surroundings. It's like, okay, like, for example, I'll give you a great example. The first time in my life I got high. Okay. First time in my life I got high. I don't like drugs. Okay. I would experiment them just to kind of see what I'm the type of person that would do a line of coke or to try something to feel the euphoria and to sit there and tell you what I feel. Okay. If I smoke marijuana, I'm like, okay, what do I feel? I'm like, it stinks. Like, for example, I did gummies one time. I didn't like it. Let me give you an example. Last time I got high, I've only gotten high like maybe less than on one hand in my life. What's it called? I had company over here who I should have never had over here in the first place. So that's probably what I got, what I deserved. So long story short, we're like, let's get high together. Right. Ooh, let's do this. Right.
Yeah.
So motherfucker, passes out upstairs. And I'm like, really? I'm going to do this by myself? This is bullshit, right? So you just left me here to get high by myself. Really? Really? You know? So I do the gumming, and it's weird. The best. So was there any euphoria? No. But I could definitely tell you that what happens is when I did the gummy, it allows your mind to go deep into its subconscious. And you're pulling a vocabulary from the 9th grade. You're like, dude, this is amazing. You know, so I would say that, but the best way that I could describe how I felt was I felt like my brain was being overclocked like a CPU, but the cooling was bad. So I had the worst headache of my life. So the trade-off wasn't worth it to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I felt that I was using more of my brain. I felt that I was using more, like I dusted the cobwebs off of the shit from the 9th grade, 12th grade, at pre-SAT, you know, PSAT, you know, freshman in college, you know, tech corps in the Navy, you know.
So you had access to all the things you normally have in standby.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? So I have access to all these things which are very dormant, which I naturally suppress.
Yeah.
We don't like your kind. We work with our hands. Long story. We'll explain later. But like that type of shit. Remember when I suppressed that? I totally forgot about that because it pissed me off to my core. I naturally suppress shit that upsets me. So I just just put it over there on the shelf. I'm like, whatever, I'll come back to it later. And,
I think that's natural for most people, man.
You know,
they just try to forget about things.
Yeah. So what happened? I'm sorry.
Yeah, they either bothered them, hurt them, something traumatic, or something that stressed them out. They try to lock it away.
Yeah. So in my situation it's like, I'm going deep into my subconscious, but I had the worst migraine ever. So what that means is the way that I could describe this was I was overclocking my CPU, but I had really shitty cooling. You know what I'm saying? So the cooling was bad. So there was there was no balance on pushing my brain to a faster frequency.
Yeah.
You know, because I was thinking faster. My response was quicker. You know what I'm saying? My responses were way quicker. Now the second time, well, actually the first time I got high, that was the last time I got high. The first time I got high, it was the total opposite. It's the total opposite. I had a really bad habit of creature of what do you call that shit? Creature of habit or creature like monkey see, monkey do. So when I was married, when me and my ex-wife were dating, she had a bad habit of always drinking cough syrup. She would never measure it. She would just drink it. Just
syrup, huh?
Yeah. So the thing was, I like in boot camp, I got so fucking sick, like right after fucking service week, everybody's sick and we're getting ready to get that bicillin shot. You know, they purposely infect us and we're all fucked up. So I had like bronchitis. It was so bad, dude. I was like coughing up blood. You know what I'm saying? It was just horrible. Like around week 5, week 6, service week.
Yeah.
And so they prescribed me promethazine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a dumbass, I didn't read the instructions and just popped it off to the head, right? Wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I'm literally like all of my responses were delayed. I did not like that. Did not like that. So I'm thinking, turn right. And then you're like, I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. You know, so my brain is firing on all triggers, but my response is like, oh, nope, delayed.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, this is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like stuck in this state and it wouldn't stop. So every time I was thinking, look right, up, stand up, turn left, whatever my natural responses were, they were like a 3-second delay. I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. My body was totally out of sync. So I'm like, you know what? This drug shit is not for me. It is not for me. No, you know?
Yeah, man, I've probably been, let's see, I'm 43.
Right.
I've probably been high less than 10 times in my life. Probably more than 5, but less than 10. And it was weed. And I hear a lot of people say that it makes them more creative. You know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
It didn't do nothing for me. I'm already creative.
Right.
It didn't do anything for me.
Right.
You know what it did for me? Because I don't know people out there play basketball. I got big hands. I could palm a basketball. All it ever did for me was feel like somebody was palming the back of my head. That's it. It didn't make me creative. It didn't make me relax or anything. I'm already a chill person, and I'm already naturally God-given creative.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it didn't do anything for me. And I think one time I've tried ecstasy before, it didn't do anything either. Didn't do nothing. And I think that's as far as I've gone. That's it. 43 years.
Like I said, I can count on one hand. I can count on one hand how many times I've gotten high.
Yeah.
And for me, it was the gummies. It was the gummies. There was some shit that happened in Colombia, which I'm not gonna talk about. The gummies, the shit
that happens overseas stays overseas.
Yeah, well, yeah. Shit that happened in Colombia. And the fucking the promethazine. And what I've just kind of realized is like it's not for me. You know, I just no. The only thing that I would say that I got out of the gummies, if there was some kind of trade-off where I didn't feel the pain, you know what I'm saying, I would probably be a pretty fun person. You know what I'm saying? Because it just kind of unlocks the cobwebs in your brain. Like, God damn, dude, you're just accessing all this information. But it's kind of like you're in awe. You're like, dude, this is fucking great. It's like you're kind of like going to a record store. You're like, fuck, man, look at these albums. Oh, this is crazy, man. You know, this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, EPMD. Oh, shit, Slick Rick. So, that's kind of how I felt. You know, I kind of felt like that. You know, because I really felt like I unlocked, you know, crates and crates and crates of information. It's just the trade-off, to me, is not worth it. It hurts. You know what I'm saying? So, the worst migraine in my life. So I'm like, nope, not for me.
Yeah. Now you said that was the closest feeling that you had to the state that you were in, doing this kind of like paralysis, doing this supernatural experience or spiritual experience that you had.
Yeah. So I couldn't move. So I was completely aware of what was going on, but I could not. The crazy thing was I couldn't speak. I felt like my voice was suppressed, my movement was suppressed, but I'm aware of all of my surroundings. And I wasn't even scared. I was angry. I was more angry than scared. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't scared because I was trying to shoot the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even though it ain't gonna help. You know, I was all gonna do is piss off my neighbors. Like, really, dude? We knew you were nuts. We knew you were nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, I was shooting at this ghost man in my house.
Yeah. So like, ghost, huh? Yeah, we knew you was nuts. You know what I'm saying? No, but
hey, leave the pipe alone, bro.
Leave the light button, fool. But yeah, bro. Yeah. So that kind of like that just kind of like, you know, rocked my bells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow, bro. This, you know, and I'm not making this up, people. I'm not. You know.
Wow.
But that kind of like that really threw me for a loop, and I didn't really know how to handle it. I didn't know how to handle it. You know, the other thing is, it's kind of like it just kind of put me in a very dark place where it's like I was angry because I'm like, okay, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck about going on in my world to deserve this? It's like, what am I surrounding myself by? You know what I'm
saying? Now your family member tell you that it was attacking you. Yeah. Now there are people that I know that's had experience that I myself have had experiences where something was physically touching me and physically on me. You know what I'm saying? While this situation was happening. You know? So just them being around and being in the room, it might not even have been negative.
I don't know. See, the thing is, and that's kind of the way that I'm. So the thing, and this is kind of what I was saying. What while I was addressing whatever it was, state your business. Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? If you have something to tell me, fucking tell me. Because I was angry, bro. I'm like, look, if you want to haunt around, I don't care. Woo! I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? State your fucking business.
Ebenezer Scrooge, huh?
Yeah, bro. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Tell me my lottery numbers. Am I going to win tonight? You know what I'm saying? What do you got?
Now I'll tell you one thing, man. Like, these experiences used to happen to me a lot. They used to happen to me, man. They used to almost happen weekly. Situations like that. But mine would be where I would come to, but I would be standing next to myself. My body would still be in the bed and laid next to my wife, and I could see myself laying in the bed. I saw my whole room.
Right.
Now, this one time I'm gonna tell you about. You know, because when it happens, I was like, oh, okay. It always happened to me when I was laying on my back. Anytime I went to sleep laying on my back, it kind of they say when you're trying to do astral projection, to lay on your back. So every time I slept on my back, I would have these experiences.
Right.
So I'd be standing next to myself, next to my bed, and looking at myself. And some told me to look to the left. I looked down at the foot of my bed, and there was a lady laying across my bed. She had clothes on from like the 70s.
Right.
And the lady favored my wife. And most of the time, man, when I wanted to get out of this situation, I would start praying. And then I'd wake up. And then when I'd come to back in my body, I would be slow and I'd be weak, like I could barely move. But I'm well aware it just happened. My consciousness was there the whole time. And so that morning when my wife and I got up for work, I told her what happened. I was having these experiences frequently, and it was spooking her out. She's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. She went and got some olive oil and started putting crosses on the wall. But I described the lady to her, and she say, that might be my dad's sister. She died a long time ago, and they say that me and my wife was a twin. She says, me and my sister favor her a lot. So the next time we went to Louisiana and visited her dad, I looked at pictures of his sister, and sure enough, that was the woman that was laying across my bed, smiling at me at the foot of my bed, wearing the same exact clothes that I saw in this picture at her dad's house, at my ex-father-in-law's house.
Yeah.
You know, so I used to have these experiences all the time. I got a bunch of them, man. I have some where you could say attacked. Well, I had a being laying on my chest and I couldn't move, breathing in my face.
Yeah.
And I was feeling excruciating pain across my body. But we'll leave that for another day. And also you can check out my T Swin YouTube channel where I talked about trying DMT. DMT is totally different from doing recreational drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I have tried DMT.
DMT is the super drug.
And so it's DMT is in our bodies. So we produce DMT. Everything natural produces DMT. All plants, all living things. So yeah. You gotta be you gotta be living. Your mind gotta be positive. Everything you gotta do gotta be positive. What you put in your body is positive. The person that you are is positive. The environment that you're in has to be positive before you mess with DMT. It's, take that from me. I was in a good spot. I just thought I was ready for it, and I wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway,
long story short, don't fuck around on DMT.
Yeah, unless you're ready for it. Yeah, that's spiritual. That's not recreational, man.
All right,
Mhm.
too much fun. Too much fun.
But that's some serious stuff right there.
Let me tell you something, man. I've had a very rough week, and very, very, very rough week, and it's just like people really know how to push my fucking buttons. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I kind of feel like the circle, the people that you kind of have around you. Have you ever been around people that you work with, or people that you kind of came up with, or people that you deal with on a daily basis that kind of marginalize you, or don't give you the respect that you deserve, or they don't celebrate you, but they tolerate you? You ever felt that way?
Yeah, I've been around people like that, and I've even been around people. I've seen them. We were cool. I seen them come up. We had the same struggle. Then they got to a certain position and tried to high side or act like they were better. I've also had that happen too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did a post on my Facebook. I'm going to read it. It says, "Go only where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Never allow anyone to marginalize your years of experience as if it has no value." You know what I'm saying? And it kind of and then I wrote this other shit. I'm like, next time, do the shit your fucking self. I don't need your money. Condescending energy is not worth it to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I mean everything I said.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean everything I said. Okay. I've been working in certain trades for a very, very long time. And nothing aggravates me more is where people act as if like they can do what I do. Because if you could do what I do, then you have my license. You don't need me. Go do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, if you feel that you can marginalize what I do. If you know better than me, you're smarter than me, then go do it why do you come to me?
Yeah.
If you're so fucking smart, why don't you do it yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of annoys me that, the attitudes that you get, or it's just like the undertones, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like the undertones I don't deal with. I don't handle well. It's like, look, if you don't want to work with me, don't fucking hire me. You know what I'm saying? And if you do want to work with me, just pay me my money and let's move on. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a cost of business and everything. You know,
pay me what I'm worth.
Yeah, pay me what I'm worth. So just because I make things maybe appear to look easy doesn't mean that it's easy. It just means I've been doing it a long time. I've been doing it long enough where, you know what, I make it look easy for you, but you can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like some people, they renovate houses, or they assess property values, or whatever it is that they do. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like they think that they have it all down, but they didn't go to school for it. They didn't have any formal training. You know what I'm saying? You just know what an algorithm tells you. But do you understand how to break down the algorithm? If somebody was to take away that little workstation of yours, you know what I'm saying? So do you understand the recognized method and techniques that you were trained by the state? You know what I'm saying? Or by whatever, higher being that trains you. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody wants to give you that respect that you've earned. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of annoys the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? And
we live in a microwavable society, man, an instant gratification society.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they know everything after 30 seconds of just reading something or just attempting.
Oh yeah. It's like, I'm, it's like, for example, like, I don't even want to get into it. It's like, I don't really get into it.
You want to go down that rabbit hole, huh?
Yeah. Because bitch, fuck, motherfucker, and everything else is going to come out. It's like, that's not why I did the show. That's not why, that's the purpose of the show today. I'm going to show some restraint. Yeah, I'm gonna show a little bit of restraint.
Oh man. Well, I used to be in a marriage, man. I used to a significant other, man. Anything I had knowledge in and had experience in years of it, she would ask me, I would give her my answer, and then she would second guess me.
And she go ask somebody else.
She asked somebody else that ain't got no experience.
The same answer.
And they'd tell her the same. Well, she asked a person that had as much experience as me, and they tell her the same thing. They were like, well, Tony know that.
I just said that.
And it's like, I told you, you know.
I didn't.
So I just stopped. I just stopped giving my information. I was like,
bro, it's annoying.
You don't want nothing. You don't want my answer.
No. So it's like, again, it's like, and this comes from mates. You know what I'm saying? People, significant others, you're being marginalized. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of guys in a relationship, they'll say that, there's a lot of guys that said this. My wife won't listen to me, but she'll listen to a stranger, perfect stranger. He's like, I got a certification in this. I'm well skilled in this. But when I tell her she won't listen, she'll listen to a perfect stranger before she listens to me.
You know, it's funny. Me and my girl, that's probably one of the only things we ever argue about. Well, actually, we only argue about two things. One, we argue when she's bored. So we have a fight. No, it's funny. I can count on, we've been together almost, 2 years? So I can count on maybe two hands how many times we've ever had an argument, because it's every quarter. And then we actually skipped a quarter. And then she started some shit with me on the way back from the casino. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, we haven't had a fight in a long time, and I just want to feel something. I'm like, you're fucking crazy. There's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with you. It's like, well, we haven't had a fight in a long time. I'm like, and your point is what? But the other thing that we will probably never agree on is area of expertise. So, for example, I'm in the property business. This is what I do. Okay, I buy and I renovate and hold rental property. What I do. And so our biggest argument is the type of finishing that you put into a house, and do you get ROI, return of investment? Okay. So for me, I don't cut corners on my construction, and I definitely don't cut corners on my finishing. I refuse to. So if it costs me $3 more a foot to put marble in my house, I'm going to put marble in my house. If it costs me $2 more to put solid wood in my house, I'm going to put the solid wood in my house, because number one, it's my personality. And number two, it weeds out the bullshit, because you get more money on this rental. You're going to weed out the bottom tier tenants that are going to tear your house up. They're like, oh man, I can't afford this. Or, oh man, I can't bring my nasty, disgusting dog in your house. or oh man, whatever it is, there's always a oh man, this place is nice, yeah. So I'm weeding out the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in her mind, she's like, well, in this market area, you can only, the argument is she thinks that just because I'm developing in maybe a suppressed marketplace that I can't get that same money out of it. I'm like, this is where you're wrong. And I've proven it 28 times. I've proven it. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. You know what I'm saying? Every property that I've ever developed, whether it was in a nice area or a depressed area or a gentrified area, I've always gotten top rent. I've always gotten above, if not beyond, top rent. So the proof is in the pudding. If you put the money in there, people are gonna pay. But more importantly, my philosophy always has been your standard of living is the same standard of living as mine. That is my promise. So I can live in any one of my homes. It's not like the super, you know what I'm saying, where the judge ordered him to live in his own house. I can live in any one of my houses and I live comfortably because every one of them I built myself and I built it with pride, So her and I, we disagree on finishing where she just feels like that extra money is a waste. I disagree because the appraisal value comes in more and you're number one, it appraises for more money. And more importantly, you get a better quality tenant, not a quantity, quality. You know what I'm saying? The quality of person that you get is better. And at the end of the day, all I need is one. You could have 50 applicants. All I need is one. All I need is one, the right one. You know what I'm saying? So that's for me. I'd rather just wait it out. I'm like, I'll wait it out till I have the right one. But kind of getting to the point is sometimes you have people that are around you that have a problem with the way you do things. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of me and my girl, we just kind of just disagree on the ROI. We'll just agree to disagree. And that's just the way it is. We'll just never agree on that. I can live with that. But then you have some people that are around you that have a problem with what you do and how you do it. You know what I'm saying? They think that they're better than you. They think that they can do what you do. I've had people that try to copy me and I fucking hate that shit. I fucking hate people copying me. Best example, this fucking week, I have a house I just built in Galveston. I painted that bitch like fucking Barney Royal Blue, right? Retarded Royal Blue, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This bitch right in front of me copied my house. Really? Really? Their house was piss yellow. It was the color of urine. Diamonds looking like piss.
Oh, man. Canary yellow?
Canary fucking yellow. Remember when Pimp C's like, looking over there, going over to Jenny. Diamonds looking like piss. With them yellow diamonds.
Yeah.
But dude, this dude's house looked like urine. Looked like urine in a toilet. And he tried to copy my fucking house, bro. I'm like, really, dude? I'm just like looking at his paint. I'm like, bro, where's your originality? Really? Yeah. Seriously? So it just kind of annoys me. And everybody's like, well, flattery, is copying is, another form of flattery. I'm like, no, bitch. You could ask my permission before you copy my fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to paint my shit another color just to fucking prove a point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't copy me. I don't like that shit. So the other thing that I've kind of noticed is like, you have people that are around you that it's like, it's like they have a problem with, the way that you succeed. Have you ever had that scenario where you've been around people and you've always kind of seemed to land on your feet? You got 9 lives. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I've known you my whole life. So I've always known that for you to try something new, you succeed at it. You realize, you know what? I tried this. I don't like it. I'm going to try something else. Back it up, pull back, study, start over,
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the same model that I have for myself because I'm self-made. You know what I'm saying? I'm self-employed. I've always been self-employed. I think I've had 1-2 real jobs ever. You know what I'm saying? In my life, in my 43 years, I've had 2 real jobs, So it seems that, that the people that surround me have a problem, with how I do things.
I think some of these people too, man, they're upset that they're too afraid to take risks themselves. So they're too afraid and they're upset because they want to try to do what you do.
But they don't have the balls to do it.
They don't have the balls to do it. Or they're in a relationship. They're in a relationship that they feel is restraining them. from trying
Usually,
to take a risk or stepping out or trying to live their dream or their goal.
yeah, because usually what ends up happening is you have somebody that's suppressing their dreams or suppressing, it's always somebody that's suppressing their goals, their aspirations, their dreams, or whatever. It's
Mhm.
usually a woman. It's usually a woman. She's like, well, you can't do that. I'm like, I mean, I've had people that claim they love me. They told me what I couldn't do. Like, no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? The old me suffered from somebody else's failure. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was
Yeah.
younger, I suffered from I had self-esteem problems, and I lacked ambition. You know what I'm saying? I was scared just like they were. So I had the opportunity about maybe when I was 24 years old or 25. When I get out of the Navy, 24. So I was 24 years old, had the opportunity to buy a 5-plex, 5 houses. I could have got it for $75,000. Unbelievable opportunity. And you know what they told me? The people that cared about me, you can't do that. You can't get a loan for that. Really? No, you couldn't get a loan for that. You couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But the problem was I allowed that validation. I was seeking validation, through this person, for help or this, that, and the other. But what you start to realize is like the people that you came up with, or the people that, allegedly loved you or want to see you do well, they don't want to see you do well. They don't want to see you do better than them. They want to marginalize you and keep you down, keep you down, keep you down, keep you down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? You know what I'm saying? You ever been around like a Judas? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's kind of how it feels. It's like, God damn, dude. It's like, just let me fly,
at least they
or
tell
let
you
me
to your
fall.
face.
Let me fly or let me fall.
Yeah, Judas lied on Jesus, when he was by himself. He didn't he didn't do it, he didn't tell Jesus in front of him. But yeah, I've had people that was unbelievers. They dream killers. You tell them what you plan on doing, and they say, man, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna work. Nah, that's not true. You ain't do that. You ain't got that.
Yeah,
all kind of stuff.
That's kind of important with your circle, your circumference. You know what I'm saying? Your circumference, you know what I'm saying? I know this is not a real vocabulary word, but I'm creating it. Okay. You have you as a person, you have a circumference or a circle of influence. You're only as good as your circumference. You're only as good as the people that are in there. What is circumference? 2 pi r, some shit like that. So, in my situation, my circumference is basically the people that encompass me, the people that are around me at all times. You know what I'm saying? So the people that I have around me should either be better than me, equal to me, or, have the ambition to be me. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? But I have a problem being the top of the food chain in my circumference. I got a problem with that because if I'm not growing, I'm stagnant, and that means I need to step up. I need to step my game up. You know what I'm saying? Or non-combative, non-compete. You know what I'm saying? It's like I stay in my lane, you stay in your lane. It's all good. No big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've recently, let me not even say recently, my whole fucking life, I've had this problem. I've always kind of had people that had problems with me just being me. You know what I'm saying? I what's it called? I had a buddy of mine, you know what I'm saying, or an acquaintance, you know what I'm saying? I showed a payroll deposit to them, and I'm like, I showed a payroll deposit, and I'm like, not bad for a C student, you know what I'm saying? And I got all this fucking backlash, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, you didn't go to school, and blah 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 blah. Well, I went to school for this, and I'm smarter than you, and this, that, and the other. I'm like, well, if you're fucking smarter than me, then why do I make more money than you? You know what I'm saying? Your validation is in that bullshit piece of paper that you have on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My validation is the reality of that pay stub that I just showed you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so the thing is like, when I was in school, I was bored. I was bored out of my fucking mind. Bored. My validation is not in a piece of paper. My validation is in the reality that I fucking created. You see what I'm saying? You have company men. This is what it all boils down to. You have company men and you have made men. Right? You have made men. They don't come from shit. that understand that I have to make something happen. Okay. Outside the box, inside the box, vertical, horizontal, diagonal, whatever. Make it fucking happen. Then you have company, man, that won't step out on their shield. They're like, well, you know, I don't know.
Playing it
You know,
safe.
you're just gonna sit there and just watch on the waist. You're just gonna keep watching.
Yeah, they're gonna play it safe. They're
Yeah.
not gonna even try to take a chance on their dream where they go
No
and see
balls.
what freedom feel like.
No balls. No balls. Zero.
Mhm.
You know, and then those same people are the same people that will sit there and change the subject whenever you want to sit there and talk about an accomplishment that either you're striving to be or what you have become or where you're going. You know what I'm saying? They got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I have people that I grew up with that are fucking guilty of this shit. And it's almost like 50-50 where it's like, you know what? It's sad that I can't even have conversations with these people anymore about who I am.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of shit is that?
You can't talk about winning.
No, can't talk about winning.
Mm-hmm.
Can't talk about winning. Not around them. You know, so then the sad part is like, I'm supposed to dumb down who I am because you feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tuck my chain in because you feel like a little bitch right now. Let me tuck in my chain. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I bought it. Look at it. You know what I'm saying? I bought it. You look at it, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm tired of tucking my chain in. That's the best way I could describe it. I'm tired of tucking my chain in because you feel some kind of way because you didn't apply yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
No, dude. Bro.
We need a Pimp C sample, man, because you channeling in your inner Pimp C right now, bro.
My Pimp C, bitch. Diamonds looking like piss. Tired of tucking in my chain, bitch. Fuck ass. You know what I was gonna say. Fuck ass pligger. Yeah. But that is the best way. That is the best analogy. I'm tired of tucking in my chain because it makes you feel some kind of way. Okay. I made my bones, I gambled, and I won. Okay. But at the same time, were you there when I lost? You had something to say when I lost, right? Okay.
Yeah, they always got something because they just waiting to see people fail.
Say when I'm fucking losing, but I'm not afraid to lose. That's the difference. The difference between me and these other people is I'm not afraid to take risks. I understand that, you know what? There's winners and there's losers. I get it. Okay. And I have way more losses than I got wins. Let me tell you that right now. Okay. I just make it look good. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like what we're just talking about, I make it look good. Okay. Just because I make it look easy doesn't mean that it's easy. You weren't there those nights I had to sleep in my car. You weren't there those nights where I lost XYZ, where I lost my ass, or where I'm trying to figure out where's the $70,000 going to come from. Then I have 6 days to figure it out. You weren't there for that. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting. Whenever there's a need for something, I figure out a way to supply it, or I figure out a way to make it happen. It's like
just being a man.
Yeah, you know. So when you're being a man about shit and you just kind of make shit happen, it's like, God damn, dude, I can make a business out of it. You know what I'm saying? And I figured out an algorithm that works. You know what I'm saying? I figured out an algorithm where it's like, God damn, dude. It's like
you got your formula that works for you.
Right. It works for me.
Everybody's formula don't work for everybody.
Exactly. It may not work.
People got to understand that one person's path is their path. That path may not be yours. The end you may start the same, but the end result's going to be different because that person's path and purpose is meant for them. And don't be upset with somebody. Find your purpose and try to fulfill your purpose in this world. We all got a purpose. Exactly. If you don't fulfill it, man, that's just on you.
Exactly. Or that was not your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Take a step back and analyze the common denominators on where you fucked up.
Yeah, or you forcing something, or you forcing something that's not meant to be.
Right. Own it and move on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I was to honestly tell you, if I was to go back 10 years from today and ask myself if this is where I saw myself, I'm like, I would have laughed. If future me went back in time and talked to old me, you know, I would have laughed at him. I'm like, you're out of your mind. There's no fucking way. This is who I'm going to be. And then all this trauma that I was going to experience to where I am now. Because, you know, without trauma, you're entitled. You learn from your traumas. You know what I'm saying? So history doesn't repeat itself. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is these same people that want to nullify, or they have issues with me being who I am, have not experienced the same traumas that I've experienced. They just see what they see on the forefront. They're like, oh, okay, he's got his chain out. No, you weren't there when my chain got snatched. You weren't there, you weren't there for when things were really bad. You weren't there where I was almost ready to give up on myself. You weren't there where I had to be disarmed. You know what I'm saying? You weren't there for that. You know what I'm saying? You weren't there where I had to have somebody talk me off the ledge. I'm not a stone, people. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is like, because I had that circumference of the right people to talk me off the ledge. Here I am now having this conversation with you, because if it was them motherfuckers, I'd be off the ledge. They would be the ones that push you off the ledge because they want to see you fail. You feel me? They're not there for you. That's why what I'm saying is you're only as good as the people you have in your immediate surroundings, and you got to be very, 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 very selective on who knows your secrets. You know what I'm saying? What kind of information that you disclose to them at your best and at your worst. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my place to air it out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my place. There's a line of respect that I kind of just like, all right, I don't tap dance on that line, unless you give me permission, because I've been even getting blowback on this show. On this show here, I've been getting blowback, and it's like, well, I have a problem with the way you talk and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other. And I think, you must be talking about me. I'm like, no, if the shoe fits and you're feeling fucked up, then maybe you need to kind of take a good look at yourself.
The saying goes, a hit dog will holler.
Yeah. So, and my philosophy is for anybody, it's like, look, man, a spade is a spade. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling fucked up over something that I have to say, I am not talking to you. But if the shoe fits, maybe you need to reevaluate the way that you live. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've gotten a lot of blowback on my show. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, look, I am just being honest about what's going on in my world, how I live, and what I'm surrounded by, the topics that come about. And I think that, it can help other people. You know what I'm saying? We're given scenarios. And if somebody is kind of living in the fog, hopefully that our voices kind of like pulls you out. It's that light, that light tower, and you could see the shoreline. It's like, God damn, bro, I'm in the vortex. All we're trying to do is pull you out the vortex. I'm just trying to pull you out the vortex. You know what I'm saying? And if you can apply, these techniques, it'll help you become a better person. That's the reason why I do this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just because my entire life I've always felt that, there has to be more than this. You know what I'm saying? I've always felt that I deserved more than this. I was never a company man. I've always, felt that I deserve more. Let me turn this microphone. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Me, myself too, bro. I've always been looking for the exit plan.
It was
I never felt permanent at any place. Work with somebody. And it's just a natural sense. I'm not gonna say that I'm speaking into existence, but I know that when I go somewhere, I'm not gonna be here long.
It was never about money. And the thing was, for me, it was never about money. It was the feeling of satisfaction. I never felt satisfied. I never felt like this was it. I could do this forever. I'm like, there's got to be more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I understand something. I kind of go into like an orbit around it, and I'm like, okay. I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way that I process things. I sit there and I encompass everything about whatever it is. I learn it. I figure it out. I'm like, okay, cool. Got it. Let's move on. So while one person is thinking one step ahead, I'm thinking 5 steps ahead. So when this person, like I was telling you about, is trying to marginalize me or whatever, or like, well, this only took you 5 minutes. How you do this in 5 minutes? I'm like, no, bitch. I think 5 steps ahead. You know what I'm saying? So my 5 minutes is your 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way I process things. You know what I'm saying? So it annoys me. You know what I'm saying? That people try to sit there and marginalize, your expertise. You know, it aggravates me. So when I give you a bill for whatever it is I give you a bill for,
Mhm.
just fucking pay it and don't complain. Because
Mhm.
at the end of the day, did you not get the quality product that you asked for? Because that's the sad part. The sad part was, did you not get what you fucking paid for? It's the way that it was delivered. So if I took 6 hours and gave it back to you, you know what I'm saying?
Still to complain.
Yeah, you'll find some reason to fucking have a problem with it. Oh, well, you know, I feel blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't give a fuck what you feel. Okay. Don't
Mhm.
come to me then. If you have a problem with what I do or how I do it, you know what I'm saying? And you think you can do better, or if you think you can do it cheaper and get the same result, then go somewhere else. I don't care. I don't need your money. And that's kind of the biggest thing that I've noticed is when people know that you don't need them, they feel
Oh.
threatened.
Oh yeah.
When people know that you don't need them, you know what I'm saying? Well,
Man, that's either
he's a free thinker. Well, he
whether
doesn't
that's
need, like, I don't need this job.
whether
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
business relationships or personal relationships. You know what I'm saying? When they know that you don't need them and you ain't afraid to step away from their bullshit. Oh, buddy.
It's business and relationships. It's always in whatever, anything that ends in ship as a suffix, or
Mhm.
anything that ends in ship, business relationship, personal relationship, whatever relationship.
Mhm.
You know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, my
I don't need this
my
shit.
demeanor has always been, I don't need you, because I don't. You know what I'm saying? I am self-made. I don't need to ever work for anybody a day of my fucking life. I will, and I'm saying this to the universe. I, to this day, will never work for another motherfucker who will marginalize me and treat me like shit. Now, I don't take back working for other people because I understand how it feels to be worked like a dog. You remember that shit? You know what I'm saying? You know, working people like a dog for $200 a day or $250 a day. You know what I'm saying? Working 16-hour days. You know
But
what I'm saying?
we
I
mastered that
don't,
shit.
I don't take it back though. I
We
don't take
we
back.
mastered that shit though.
Yeah,
You got yourself out of the field into the office,
I
and we
did.
mastermind the plan.
I did. We did. And we did.
We made a job that was physically demanding.
Yep.
And made it easier.
Yep.
And we got work done. We got lots of work done. And they complained
Effectively.
about that. They complained about that too. They was like, there's no way you could do this job and not get dirty. And I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
And we did it.
Get the right route. If you get the right route, you ain't gonna get dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure that happened.
Yeah.
You know, the fucked up part was they had a problem with me sending you to all those nice locations. They had a problem with that. I'm like, I don't care. I'm sending him wherever I want. You know? So
Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting. Me and T Swin have had the opportunity to work together. We served in the we grew up together. We went to school together.
Mhm.
We served in the
stationed
military
at the same duty station.
We served in the military together. Yep.
Mhm.
And we had the opportunity, you know, and then we ended up working together. You know, it was awesome because Tony actually, or T Swin, I'm sorry, Tony. Yeah, Tony ended up, you know, he got me hired on.
Yeah.
And I'm a likable guy. You know what I'm saying? So my immediate supervisor is like, you're too smart for this shit. Those was exact words. He's like, you're too goddamn smart for this job. I gotta put you somewhere else. You know? So I love that guy. I Joe Chambers, I love you, man. I love you. Goddamn, boy, you're too goddamn smart for this goddamn job. You know, I gotta move you somewhere else. You know? Always fast talker.
Yeah,
fast talker.
Like,
super fast talker. You got to analyze that dude because
he was messing. You was messing with his game plan.
Good. That's why they're like, yeah. I figured out their timesheets and I figured out that algorithm. And like, oh shit.
Yeah, I used to laugh at that dude, man. The way he used to try to
payroll.
Yeah, manipulate the ways that the employees were going to get paid on a weekly basis. Yeah, and I would just laugh. I'd be in the back laughing during the morning meetings. I'd just be laughing. This dude is scamming these people.
Yep.
I was like, I'm not gonna be here long because I don't care.
Yep. So T Swin was the first to bounce out. He got blowback.
Yeah, they was mad. They was mad.
They was mad. He was getting blowback because he was making triple off the rip, triple what he was making at the old gig, and they're like, you can't do that.
Yeah, and another thing too is that I was one of their best employees because I was the only employee who never turned down a job.
So again, so the topic is like, I want to see you do well, but I don't want to see you do better than me.
Better than me.
You see what I'm saying? I want to
Mhm.
see you do well, but I don't want to see you do what? I don't want to see you surpass me. And I had that same problem at that same
Oh,
gig
yeah.
because the same guy who trained me, within what, 4 months, I was his boss.
Mhm.
Within 4 months, I was his boss.
Now I went back to that. Now I went back to that job because I needed to get some paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Not to go back to that. So I showed up. I drive back on the property, and I see one of my supervisors. He said, "Hey, you come to get your job back?" I say, "Hell no! I make more money than you do." What? Now when I went in the office, I had to get some paperwork from the payroll department. Those ladies love me.
Debbie? Yeah.
They love me. The
Yeah.
ladies in there love me. Deuces.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
I said, hell no, I make more money than you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Then when I left, they tried to accuse me of stealing. I never stole nothing in my life. I turned everything into that same supervisor, and they tried to say that I stole company equipment.
That ain't cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have to, like getting back to that is like, I've always felt that I would say 50% of the time I carried the wrong company. You know what I'm saying? And the thing was, I didn't have the vampire eyes. I wasn't wearing I wasn't wearing my vampire glasses. I didn't have the prescription, to be able to detect.
Hey, for the Naruto people out there, he didn't have a shotgun turned on. A shotgun.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have my vampire eyes on, or the right prescription to be able to identify the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I've had, and the sad part is looking back at it now, I've always been around envious people. There's a difference between jealousy and envy. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy is from afar. Envy is arm's reach. They can touch it. They have access
Family,
to
close friends, people in
They
your
have
immediate
access to
circle. People that's watching you win, watching you grow.
What Birdman say?
Hate is from afar. Envy is right next to you.
Mm-hmm. And I've always felt that. And I'm not trying to say that to sound any more than what it is for face value. I've always felt that, around people that I outgrew. It was always people that I outgrew because we came up from the same place and they had a problem that I outgrew them. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, look, it's not personal. You know what I'm saying? It's just, this is what I wanted and I wanted it more than you. And I was willing to take chances and take risks to make this happen. I've always made things happen, whether by any means necessary. That's always my model. Make it fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to make excuses. I don't make excuses. Just make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's always my model. Don't make excuses. Make it fucking happen. I don't want to hear anything. Just get it done. You know what I'm saying? And you just have people that can't produce. They can't make things happen. And what I realized was I've kind of just surpassed people at a rapid pace, and they had a problem with it. It's like, I want to see you do great, but I don't want to see you do better than me. And next thing you know, you find out that they're sneak dissing you. They're talking shit about you. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't around, you hear this coming back. You're getting blowback from girls. Girls that you dated. It's like, such and such talking shit about you. I'm like, really? Or you get blowback from like homies, like indirect people like you don't even fuck with, and you're like, and they're gossiping about you. Like, what are we, fucking children? What are we, girls? You know what I'm saying? What are we, bitches? You know what I'm saying? Like, bitches gossip. You know what I'm saying? People, people that are about their business They don't have time to gossip. They're about productivity. They're about getting the job done. They're about an objective. It's like, I can't be around a bunch of prissy bitches. You know what I'm saying? Grown ass men acting like bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't have
like
time
a bunch of bitches.
It's like, bro, dude, I'm serious, man. You got a bunch of fucking grown ass men acting like females. Gossiping.
Yeah, because a lot of them, the ladies got them by their balls.
Talking all your business. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking, but here's the crazy part. Their ladies find out about you and they want to know you. When the ladies find out about you, when they talk about you around their women, they want to fucking know you.
Yeah. Boy.
Who's the alpha of the relationship and who's the beta? And so what happens is whenever the lady wants to find out who you are, we already know who wears the pants in that relationship. Who's the alpha and who's the fucking beta? You know what I'm saying? Because alpha women want to be around alpha men. They don't respect beta men. They walk all over them. They talk shit to them and they just give them fucking orders. Do this, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And they just take orders. They're not going to step out on their shield and take risks. They don't do that. You know why? Because she ain't going to allow it. She ain't going to let that happen.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you a story, man. I used to work with a cat. And this dude, man, he was working more hours than all of us. So he was getting all his overtime. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, "Woo, man, you gonna have a nice paycheck." Right? He killing it. He working like a whole month straight.
Yeah.
The job was the work, the physical task was easy, it was simple. So we had lunch. You know, everybody come in for lunch, right? He goes to McDonald's. And we just got paid. His card get declined. Everybody looking like, "Man, what's up? You killing it, bro. You making more money than everybody. You making more money than the plant manager."
Yeah.
Right now. "Man, why your card declined?" He's like, I don't know. I don't know. I said, "Man, check your bank account, man. You know, check your bank app." I don't have the password to it. My wife has it. I say, "Bro, your wife don't work. And you don't even have the password to your own bank account?" He's like, no.
Yeah.
So he calls his wife while we on lunch break.
She yelling at him?
"Honey," nah, she wasn't yelling at him. He's like, "Honey, I just went and I went to McDonald's and I couldn't buy a thing and the card was declined." She said, "Oh, all right, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, you can use it now." So this dude, man, he's the only one that worked in his household.
He don't have control of his own.
He got a wife that don't work. He got a mother-in-law staying there with him that don't. They kids is in daycare, but the wife and the mother-in-law is at home 24/7. And he had young kids. I'm like, why ain't they watching the kids? But you paying for daycare and they sitting around doing nothing. And I say, you don't even have access to your own bank account? You the man. This cat was in his early 30s. His whole head, look, he was 32 years old. His whole head looked like my chin.
That's bad.
I say, "Bro, you look way older than me."
He's not the king of his own castle.
And then he had to ask, anytime he wanted to do something, he had to ask his wife's permission.
So who's the alpha and who's the bitch?
Anything she wanted to do, she just did it.
Who's the alpha?
A homegirl had a bachelorette party in Las Vegas. She just jumped up, bought a ticket, and left. Yeah. She just left. He had to find out she wasn't home when he got home.
Right.
She was gone. "Oh, you and mom was gonna watch the kids. I flew out to so-and-so bachelorette." It's like,
yeah.
I'm like, bro. I just told him, I said, "Hey, man." I said, "Hey, when you go on your killing," I say, "Bro, when you go on your killing spree, I always been cool with you. Don't come to work shooting nobody because we ain't did shit to you."
Yeah. Yeah. But the sad part is that is the majority.
Mm-hmm.
That is the silent majority. Right there. What you're describing. That is the silent majority. It's like, when did men give up their fucking balls? Make me understand that. You know, when you meet the woman, everything's all good, this, that, and the other. It's like, when did you give up when did you start wearing fucking panties? I've never understood that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when did you stop being the king of your own castle? I don't understand when a female started making decisions for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I come home, I pay for everything. You know, you're there for support, moral support, financial support, whatever support. Fine. But when did this paradigm change? And why? Why is it so acceptable? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what this person lacks. You know, self-esteem, masculinity. Was he raised by his mother? You know, there's so many, separation issues, inferiority issues. I mean, the list goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what you're describing is the majority, and I can name, I have witnessed troubled
relationship. You caught yourself,
huh? Yeah. I've gotten blowback. So
it is what it is.
Yeah, man. I would just say this. I have witnessed firsthand troubled relationships where husbands have no say on nothing, zero. And then, so here's the funny part. The funny part is they wonder why you cheat.
And those cats are in sexless
And
relationships and marriages.
And they wonder why they cheat. I can't believe you did this. Oh my God. Oh, why did you do this? Oh, bitch, you know why. You emasculated him. You emasculated this person. You're control. I mean, put yourself in this man's position. Plant manager pay, XYZ. Can't even go to McDonald's without fucking permission, but you're over here blowing my money like it's water, right? And I need your permission to wipe my ass. No, that ain't life. That ain't life. That's a slave. That's a slave.
Yeah. She would be at the house all day and she would call him to tell him to go to the grocery store and pick up some groceries. It'd be like noontime, bro. We get off at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm like, why don't she just go to the damn store? She at home.
Exactly. Time management.
Do it
yourself.
Oh man, I gotta stop.
I'm gonna miss my stories.
I like, man, she can go to the store, go get that stuff, man, and have the meal ready when you get home. Not being misogynist, just being truthful, man. It is what it is. She had nothing to do.
He was a pussy. That was the problem. The sad part was that is the silent majority.
And so for men out there, man, don't believe that hype. Don't believe that lie. Happy wife, happy life. Nah,
bullshit.
Bro.
Bullshit.
Man.
Yeah. No.
Follow your purpose, man. Follow your purpose.
I'm glad.
Segue.
Bam. Hi-yow. Here we go.
Segue.
I wrote this down. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. We'll put this in my This portion King David Studios was brought to you part of the Birch Casino. Thank you for your money. All right. Okay, so I wrote this down. I said a man is not supposed to chase love in a relationship. Okay, he's supposed to chase purpose. All right, a man is not supposed to chase love in a relationship. He's supposed to chase purpose. It says the woman is supposed to chase love in the relationship. I said the moment they become opposite, then they are no longer attracted to each other. At least the woman was no longer attracted to him. That is very applicable.
If the roles reverse and she's chasing her purpose and you're looking for love with her, you're losing, bro.
You're chasing her. And she knows you're chasing her.
You caught in the well, man. They're gonna use the shit out of you.
You're in the vortex. You're in the fucking vortex. And now she's gonna plan B. She's gonna plan B your ass, right? And she's gonna hold you. She's gonna hold you like in this fucking web. Take all your resources while she's looking for somebody else to replace you with. Running game on somebody else. She's already looking for your fucking replacement. She's gonna fucking treat you like shit.
Already have it.
Thank you. Especially in today's age of social media, DMs, ex-boyfriends, old flames. Women have secrets. We need to have a show about that. That's a whole show within itself. Women have
everybody got
secrets. They have secrets.
And just to tell the truth, man, we've been some of those secrets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We've been the other guy.
Yep. I've been plan B, plan C. I would prefer to be plan C.
Plan D.
Plan C, plan C, plan D. Plan D.
Plan D-I-C.
D-I-C. Plan dong. But
plan pipe.
And let me explain why. You have plan A, which is the dumb motherfucker we're just describing. Then you have plan B, which is her backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Plan C is the guy she has around for fun, and plan D is solely just to fucking lay pipe on that bitch. Plan dong, bing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but and that's just kind of what it is, and everybody has that. I don't give a fuck who you are. Everybody's has that or has had that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have purpose in your relationship. You have to demand respect. And it's just like in the very first show, it ain't lack of love. It's I'm not saying the woman don't love him. She probably loves his money and loves the security that he gives her and loves all his resources, but I don't think she loves him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She loves what he provides her. As soon as that money stops, she stops. As soon as that shit stops, when it comes to husbands and wives, in America, at least in the West, it is not real. It is fucking business. It is fucking business. You know what I'm saying? You have plan A, which is the dumb motherfucker we just describing. Then you have plan B, which is her backup plan. It is all business. Because as soon as he stops providing, what did she say? I'm not gonna steal this from you. What happened?
You need to leave.
Thank you. Thank you. You know.
Hey, and men, don't be afraid to leave, man.
No.
Don't be
and
afraid to
don't
leave.
feel trapped because you have,
Get the hell up out of there.
don't feel trapped because you have children. You know, a father is always going to be a father to his child. But there's no point in me dragging this shit along while somebody's stealing my resources. You know,
Stealing your life, man.
Stealing your life,
from
your
you,
time,
bro.
your time, your happiness, your resources, the whole 9 yards. It's not worth it. Walk
Draining
away.
Your life force, man.
It ain't
your life force,
no,
man.
you can start over. One thing about a man is a man can create. A man creates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can create till you're 80. You know, and you can create opportunity. You can create a better opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, so if you feel that you are being marginalized in your relationship, or if you feel that you're not getting the respect that you deserve, or if you feel that you're getting the short end of the stick as far as energy, what you provide versus what is reciprocated, then first of all, talk about it. Okay. Talk about it. I'm not a misogynist. Talk about it and make it known. I am not happy. Okay. And if you kind of feel that you're preaching to deaf ears, then don't what's the word? Don't make idle threats. Just do it. Because if you threaten to do something and you don't do it, you're a pussy. And she's gonna know you're a pussy, and she's gonna pull your card.
She's gonna use that against you.
You're gonna pull your fucking card.
Gonna use that against you.
You know what I'm saying? People only learn from what? Trauma. People only learn from trauma. Otherwise, you're what? Entitled.
Yeah.
You know? So that's really how I feel about this topic. That's really how I feel. And I mean, I can go on and on and on about this, but I mean, I think we're very clear, very concise, you know? So, you know, you have to, you know, the people you have in your immediate surroundings, okay? You have to be able to know the signs that they want to grow with you. They want to see you do well. They don't talk bad about you when in your absence. You know what I'm saying? You don't get blowback from other people. And the other thing is like, you know, you don't get these weird attitudes when you're around each other, or whenever you're trying to be something great, try to be something great.
Or they cheer for you when they see you win. Happy. They happy for you when you win, like they didn't won.
Right. But also, more importantly, the most important thing, they'll talk you off that ledge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta my boys tell me something, man. They tell me to accomplish something, to achieve something, man. I'm happy for them, like I done did the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. I know where we came from. I know where we came from. I knew how we grew up. I knew what we didn't have, you know?
But more importantly, if they're doing bad, I'm doing bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if they're doing bad, I'm doing bad, because I'm not going to let them fail. That's kind of the difference between, you know, like your boys and your friends. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I got love from my circle. Like I love them like they're my family. You know what I'm saying? And there's been times, you know, where, you know, somebody was doing bad and we didn't even have to talk about it. It was already understood. It's like, look, man, I'm gonna handle this and just take care of it whenever you can take care of it. Just get back on your feet. You know what I'm saying? There was no question. There was no question, because that's just the way we are. That's just the way we are. And that's the way it should be. If you kind of feel like somebody kind of needs a little bit of support, you just fucking support them. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to see them do well, and vice versa. You know, so that's just it's kind of like a, you know, an untold program that we got going on. But more importantly, it's like, but when they come out of that, it's like, oh hell yeah, you know, and they do something great, you're like, hell yeah. It's like I did. They did it great. I did it great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a buddy of mine right now. I love this dude. Since the day I fucking met this dude. You know what I'm saying? My buddy Dimitri. You know what I'm saying? When I met him, he had a dumpster company. Then he started a restaurant. Now he's got a coffee company. You know what I'm saying? And he just literally just kind of just created opportunity out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I've been kind of like silently in the background, just kind of doing what I do, being real cool, real quiet, just trying to help the process go. You know what I'm saying? We installed his systems over at a private airport, at a private FBO, We did this 2 days ago. Matter of fact, we did one at. He got a contract with 41 gas stations. 41.
That's what's up.
41. That's real money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So everybody had something to say until he showed his ass.
Until he did it.
Until he fucking did it. Because everybody had something to say about him until he showed his ass. Until he popped it. Until he showed his fucking. Until he popped his chains out. Now the sad part is people want to suck his dick now because he's got his chains up. You know what I'm saying? But what about why weren't you sucking his dick? You know, when he was telling you, hey man, I want to start this business. Hey, check this out. This, that, and the other. Hey, try this blend. This, that, and the other. Were you over there? We're over here grinding beans and we're fucking everything up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, this is terrible. You know, until we got it right. You know, and then we finally got it right. We started buying the machines, researched the competition. We could beat the competition. You know what I'm saying? We're better. That's the crazy part. At the end of the day, we're already fucking better than them. We're already fucking better. It's only going to get better from here. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to get better from here.
And then another thing about that too is there's room. There's room. It's like somebody showed the other day, man. There's a guy by the name of JT Hustles. You guys are probably familiar with him. You watching us on YouTube.
Yeah.
He went in the grocery store and he showed like 4 or 5 different boxes of different brands of cereal, Raisin Bran. He said, you got one Raisin Bran here, you got one Raisin Bran here, you got one. Don't let nobody make you think that there's not room for you to put your product out there because it's similar or the same as or you know, almost like some other product. There's room for everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's how you market. Well, the most important thing is your quality good? You know what I'm saying? And one thing I could definitely say about where we are with this brand is the quality is better. And I could stand on that. It is better. When you walk into the room, you could smell it. Okay, because most of the coffee that you buy is trash. Okay, it's gassed out. You know what I'm saying? It's been sitting on a shelf for over a year. The stuff that we do, we roast right here in town. It's 3 days old. It's like literally, we roasted it. We put, you know, we're allowing it to gas out within 3 days. It's already, you know, you're already drinking it. Nobody has that. Nobody, unless you're in Colombia, has quality like that. You know what I'm saying? It's the purest form. Unless you're in fucking Colombia or you're in fucking, you know, Indonesia or you're in Colombia, Indonesia, and the other one.
Man, Jamaica's known for its coffee too.
We're going there. That's next. But now Ethiopia.
It's a lot of big companies that buy their coffee from Jamaica and they just rebrand it.
Yep. Ethiopia. We're doing Ethiopia. And so it's just an amazing strength.
And I'm not even a big coffee drinker, man.
I'm not. But I'm sorry.
And I try some. Shit's amazing.
So the thing is, I drink coffee for the euphoria that it gives me. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I would rather drink something that's going to give me a stimulant. You know, something that tastes good and kind of keeps me awake and it's kind of more healthy. You know, versus me drinking something that's full of processed chemicals. So I'd rather try this. You know. The only thing about coffee is it just kind of goes through you. Goes in your body, goes right out your body.
Go right out. You better have a restroom close by.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Real quick. You know, but the same way that I'm describing to you about my buddy Dimitri is the way I describe myself. I am better than these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I build my houses better than these motherfuckers. And so the thing is that kind of annoys me is because they want to be me. You know what I'm saying? Because when I do my houses the way that I do them, I start over. I take it all the way down to nothing and I completely redesign it. I rebuild it. I reframe it and I make it like 2023. Brand new, from the plumbing, the framing, to the sewer lines, the insulation, to the roof. I mean, everything, to the design and even the smart features. Yeah. State of the art. So the thing is I've always in my mind wanted to be the best. You know what I'm saying? And I never cut corners on it. And that's kind of where me and my girl kind of beef out, you know? And it's because I just want to build something that's amazing, whether it's big or a tiny castle. I don't care. I just want to build a badass tiny castle. That's what I believe in. And, you know, so I know that I'm the best. I know that I am. But the thing is, I'm at a point now where I don't have shit to prove anymore. I know that I am the best and it is what it is. And a lot of people kind of have problems with that. Either A, you know, I get, you know, I would say 50% I get praised where it's like they call me and they ask me for help and I help them. I'm like, okay, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this. But you know why? Because they respect my experience. You know, they respect my experience, and they're willing to pay me for what I know. They're willing to pay me as a consultant. They're willing to, hey, you know, I'll pay you to come out to come look at my property. You know, we're in trouble. You know, we know what you're doing. You know, that's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even asking for money. All I'm asking for is give me the respect that I've earned. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part is I can't even get that. You have the other half that refuses to give you the respect that you've earned based off of your experience. They think they can do it better. Well, you go do it. But don't call me when you fuck up. Don't call me when you fuck it up. Because I tried to help you, but you want to go over here and you want to do this, you want to do that, and you want to try to do it cheaper. You don't get what you pay for. You don't. You never do. Because when you try to go cheap, you pay twice. When you try to go cheap, you're going to pay twice, and you're going to end up paying somebody else's price 2 times. You're going to pay the cheap price with the money you threw away, and then you're going to pay the real price, which you should have paid me to clean up your mess. You know? And then by that time, the relationship's already fucked up because I already warned you. I'm like, don't do this. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to go and you want to sit there and disrespect me and try to do something your own way. And then you want to come back to me and then try to make up some lie on what really happened. I'm like, nah, dude. You know, I already see shit. I see
what it bullshit,
is. Yeah. What was understood don't need to be explained. And that's all I ask. You know, all I ask for is just give me the fucking respect that I deserve. It's not about money. It's about respect. You know what I'm saying? It's not about respect. So, for example, like what I was talking about before, you know, I probably would have met that person's price if they would have gave me the respect that I deserved instead of talking all this dumb shit, talking about, well, I feel that, you know, you should be charging this, this, and this, and this. I'm like, well, nobody asked you that. Okay. The reason why I charged you what I charged is because it required a lot of my time. Okay. It required a lot of my time and a lot of my research and a lot of my this, and I have payroll and I have employees and I have this. There's a cost of business and everything. And what the job that they gave me was an anomaly. It was very odd. It had multiple anomalies on top of anomalies, which required extensive research for me to sit there and put my name on the line for, which they don't respect that. They don't care. They don't care about that. They don't care about the fact that your name is on the line for that. You know, they don't care about that. They just want a result, you know, and they want it quickly. So that relationship, I'd rather just not deal with anymore. So I just dissolve that relationship because it's like, you know what? I can't be around people that don't respect me. You know what I'm saying? All they care about is the result and how cheap they can get it. You know, you can get 2 out of 3 results. You can get it good, fast, and cheap. You can't get good, fast, and cheap. You can't get that. You can get good and fast, which it's going to be expensive. You know what I'm saying? I'm good and I'm fast, but I ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? You can't get, you know, you might get it fast. You might get it fast and it might be cheap, but it's going to take a long, or was it fast, cheap? You get it. Yeah. You understand? So it might be cheap, but it ain't going to be fast, you know?
Yeah.
So, but it all boils down to respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I probably would have met their price if they would have gave me the respect that I deserved. It's like, you know what? Can you do it in this price range? This, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no problem. But no, all I got from them was undertones, being condescending, the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, look, you're talking to me like I need you. I don't like that. You're talking to me like I need your money. You're talking to me like you own me. No. That'll never work in my book. If you want to piss me off, talk to me like you own me. That's the fastest way to turn me off. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. You know, people act as if like they own you after they paid you. No, you don't own shit. You don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? You bought a block of time on my schedule. That's it. The time is up. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. That's it. You know? So,
Put some respect on my name.
Have you ever experienced anything like that? Like, because I know that you were in the transportation, you're in transportation business, and it's like, you know, for example, like your time is money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But the only thing I experienced,
crazy locations.
The only thing I experienced, I didn't have a problem because I always made the best out of everything when I went somewhere. The only problem I had one time is one guy tried to run up on me and charge. He tried to charge me. And I ain't talking about money. He tried to run up on me. I just got through dropping off a load. I just dropped it. Just dropped it. The forklift just took it off my van. And then this guy goes, "Hey, you can't park right there. Hey, you can't park right there. Who do you work for?" You know, so he goes on the side of my van as a phone number. He starts calling the phone number. My phone rings. I say, man, you calling me. I work for myself. I'm like, you looking at the boss. I don't have a boss. I'm my own boss. His whole attitude changed after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just smiled at him. I couldn't wait for my phone to fucking ring. Because he thought he was gonna get me in trouble. He thought I was an employee, you know what I'm saying? He thought I was a slave to somebody.
Yeah.
And now also when I got ready to start my business, I had a couple of family members tell me that ain't gonna make no money. But they had never did nothing like it. Some of them had been in transportation, but they never owned their own stuff. They had never owned anything.
Credibility is everything. So it's like you can't
know anything about ownership. Yeah.
You know, out of respect for, you can't take advice from people that ain't never done it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They were telling me shit wasn't possible, and they had never stepped out to be their own bosses.
Exactly.
They'd always worked for some.
They're always
50, 60 years working for people and never tried to look into the business to see the ins and outs of it.
Because they've been conditioned, you know, and I don't necessarily blame them. I just blame the conditioning of the way they were brought up. You know, so sometimes you just have to step out on your shield. It's like, fuck it. I don't care. If I lose, I lose. I don't care. Like, a lot of people are scared to do that. Because
it always intrigued me, man, about certain things. When I get into certain fields, even when I work for people, I try to figure out how shit work, where it come from, who they partnering with, where they get the supplies from.
Yes, you understand the whole. Yeah, you understand the entire the triangle of life. You understand how everything works and who works.
Understand the whole process. Yeah. I ain't never just sat back and just like, nah, I want to know who doing this, who doing that, where it's coming from,
where's it going,
how much money they really making, how much they paying us. You know, I always wanted to look into that. And so I had some family members, and they was like, "You ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna make that thing. Ain't gonna make no money." And then they see me all over the country making money, and they're like, "Wow, oh man, good luck, man. Be safe out there. Oh man, are you doing that?" And then I took my pops with me one time. He started out being a naysayer. You know what I'm saying? And so I brought him with me.
Shout out to Mr. Swim.
I started him on. I didn't even know. I didn't even let him know that I had started. I just started, you know. And then he was like, "Man, where you at?" "Oh man, I'm in Canada." "Wait, man, where you at?" "Oh, I'm in Cali." "I'm in Miami." "Oh yeah." And I had a run down in South Texas, going to Detroit. And I said, "Hey, pops," because one of his best friends live up there. I said, "You want to ride with me?" I said, "We can visit so and so." He like, "Yeah, let's go." So he ride with me. He tried to tell me how to do. I'm already been doing it.
Yeah.
I know more about this, the back office side than he do.
Right.
He's been a driver for so many years. He had never been behind the scenes.
He's been conditioned.
So I know
to be a driver. Right.
I know things about paperwork that he don't know about. I know in a short period of time, I know lingo that he doesn't know because he knows just the driver's side. Exactly. And so, man, I took him up there with me. He seen me negotiate my own loads, create my own contracts, come back down. We made it back to Texas. Man, I put $1,300 cash, brand new $100 bills in his pocket from taking the run with me.
Yeah.
He just looked at me and smiled. Now, when he saw me on the phone talking to brokers, negotiating my rate confirmations, my own, my prices and stuff like that, he was just amazed because he had never seen that.
Yeah.
He always been told, "Hey, man, get this from point A to point B. This is what you're getting paid."
Yeah.
That's it.
In his era,
whatever somebody took.
So he was a victim of his era, or the fact he was a victim of his own. I have a lot of respect for your father, so I'm not going to say anything off color. I kind of feel that he was just kind of conditioned from his environment. And, with most employers, they want to keep you stupid. They just want to you just drive, don't ask no questions. Like you're saying, you want to understand the entire the whole circle of who's going, who, what, when, where, and why. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why you want that is because you want to make sure nobody's trying to bullshit you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's talking in circles. The next thing you know, you're losing money.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the same thing with me. I had family members that told me that, oh God, when I first started doing this shit, I had naysayers that were telling me I was overbuilding for my neighborhood. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, this is stupid. Why are you doing this, that, and the other? Until after I got 8 of them done. Got nothing to say to me now, right? But they were there to laugh at me when I failed in my first one. They were there to laugh at me when I failed in my third one. I'm not gonna lie, folks. I failed on a lot of them. I fucked up a lot of houses. You know what I'm saying? Hiring the wrong people, lack of experience, lack of everything. But you live in these businesses, it's all trial by fire. When you're a self-employed, there's no rule book and there's no instruction booklet on how I do this. It's trial by fire. You try, you fail, you learn. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you condition yourself to kind of make better, less mistakes and try to, kind of fine tune and trim the fat to make a better profit. And more importantly, to provide happiness. You know what I'm saying? So as long as I can kind of, the freedom to do what I want when I want. I don't do it for the money. I do it for freedom. I want to be able to do what I want when I fucking want. That's why I do it. So now these same people ain't got shit. It's funny. These same people don't have a fucking thing. The main ones, and that's what I was talking about, credibility. The same people that had something to say about what I'm doing wrong don't got a pot to piss in and don't have shit for themselves. They don't have one investment property. I got 29 of them. Got nothing to say now. You know what I'm saying? Got 29 of them. Fuck you got to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't take advice from people that aren't credible to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take business advice from broke people or broke mentality people. They may mean well, but their mentality is poor. Their mentality is broken. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they've been conditioned to understand. So when they told me when I was 24 years old, you can't get a loan, okay, that was your broken mentality. It didn't mean you didn't love me. It just means that you didn't have the answer. So instead of you saying, honey, I don't know how to help you, maybe you need to go to a bank and go talk to somebody. But what hurt me, was they didn't say that. They didn't say you can't do this. What they should have said is, honey, I don't really have the answers. Why don't you go and talk to a bank and ask the right people that could help you buy this fiveplex? That's what you should have said. Don't make me don't bottleneck me or bottleneck my dreams because you failed.
Yeah, don't put your limitations on me.
Yeah, don't put your failures, and I mean this with the utmost respect. I'm not saying this in a negative connotation, but some people have a very broken mentality or a very just I can't do any more than this mentality. Don't put that on, don't put that on the people you love, and don't put that on your children. You know what I'm saying? If they want to be the president, they're going to be the president. You know what I'm saying? I would just say, honey, I don't have the knowledge on how to become the president, but I think maybe you should go talk to politicians. You need to go talk to your congressman. You need to go, just go talk to people that are qualified to give you those answers. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what I've always done. Trial by fire is associating yourself with qualified people that can give you the answer that you're looking for, or working around qualified people that can get you to the end result. So when I started building houses, I walked on people's job sites and volunteered my time. When I became Dave the fucking jeweler, I walked in a workshop and volunteered my time for free for years to be trained into that business.
Now tell them
when
who you
I
did
was
jewelry
in the radio
for.
station.
Tell them who you did jewelry for.
Floyd Mayweather, Beyonce, Keke Palmer, Jason Lee.
These are some of the celebrities he's done jewelry for.
And I would get random calls just periodically, from these people whenever they needed extensive, super high-end jewelry. We'll go on. This is in my book. This is something. If you want to learn more about who I really am, you're gonna have to read it in my book. I'm writing it right now. I've been writing it for the last 3 years. It's very deep. I don't believe in ghostwriters. It's got to come from me. It's got to come from me. And the thing is, it's so hurtful, because the thing is when I was writing it, when I first started writing it, I don't have the same anger that I have now. You know what I'm saying? When I was writing it, I was angry, but I'm not the same person anymore, because I've kind of learned things but at that time when I was writing it, that's where I was. So I don't take it back. You know what I'm saying? But where I am today, I'm not that same person. So I kind of have to, like, you know, explain to the reader that, you know, I have grown. You know, I don't take back where I was, because that's where I was. And, you know, when you're fed this kind of information, this is what you think. You know, yeah, if you want to learn more about, you know, that, it's in my book. The Last American Hustler, God, Why Are You Punishing Me? The autobiography of King David.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. That is but like I'm saying, you know, I always wanted to be the best. And whatever it was that I was, I always wanted to be the best. You know, I've always the main thing is, if you want to be the best, you got to volunteer your time. And everything that I've ever been involved in, from production, recording, jewelry, military, construction, whatever, lending, appraising, whatever. I always wanted to be the best at my craft. And that requires time and dedication, hard work and dedication, and volunteering your time. And a lot of people aren't willing to sacrifice that. They're not willing to give up their time. Your time is your most valuable asset. Time is your most valuable asset. I'm going to say this again. Time is your most valuable asset. Okay. If you're not willing to give up hard work and dedication, then you will not have that result. So when you look at that person that has this amazing body, who spent 3 years in the gym, okay, don't get mad at them because they applied themselves. They tried, and look what they've become. Okay. If you're a fat fuck, okay, and you want to look like that, okay, you need to address the fact that you're a fat piece of shit, and you need to work hard. If you want to look like this, put the work in, and you can look like this. Because I was a fat fuck. You know what I'm saying? I used to be 300 pounds, people. I used to be 300 fucking pounds. I lost half my body weight in what, a year? 150 pounds, right? In about a year. And what that basically tells you is, when you apply yourself and put the time into something, you can accomplish anything. Mm-hmm. I am self-made, people. Okay. I am self-made. I'm not going to say what I'm worth, but what's understood don't need to be explained. You can be worth whatever you want to be worth if you're willing to sacrifice the time and put in the work and put in the dedication. You can accomplish anything. And that's where I'm gonna leave my thoughts here as of today. Got any music for us?
Yeah, I sure do, man. But before we get to that, man, for everybody out there, if you like what you're hearing, man, follow the King's Thought of the Day on YouTube, man. Tell them all the platforms you're on again.
All right, let's go to our
trusty list.
All right, trusty list. All right.
I know, yeah.
Right. Hit the like button, fool.
Hit the like button, fool. All right. And shout out your music, shout out your page, shout out everything.
Oh, man. You can find me at tswin.hearnow.com. Here, HEAR. tswin.hearnow.com, man. Transportation music on the way. I'm gonna play a song for y'all. It's very relevant to what we have. I played it before, but we're gonna rerun it because it ties into today's conversation and the circles that you deal with, and you know what I'm saying, and watching your environment and trying to better yourself.
King's Thought of Today is brought to you in part by Diet Dr. Pepper, the Birds Casino. Ferrari, you don't drive Ferrari, ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just fucking with y'all. All right. All right. The King's Thought of the Day can be heard on Spotify, SiriusXM, Stitcher, Google Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and iTunes. Actually, you know what? Actually, I want to tell you my visibility. I love this. Hold on. I want to read it off real quick. We are in 13 countries right now. Right now, as we speak, right now. Hold on. In the last, episodes. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. Right now, audience. Okay, right now. Wow. 15 countries: Australia, Saudi Arabia, the Netherlands, Germany, Vietnam, United Kingdom, South Africa, Malawi, the United Arab Emirates, Thailand, the Philippines, Canada, Israel, and the United States. We're being played in. We're being watched in right now. You know what I'm saying? That's where the platform is being listened to. 63% of the streaming media is being streamed through Spotify. 8.8% is through Apple Podcasts or iTunes. 7.7% is through web browsers. 7.2% is Amazon Music. Pandora, 6.6. Amazon Alexa, 3.3. Ask Alexa, and 3.3% other. Our demographics right now is 65% 35 to 44 male. I'm sorry, 65 35 through 44 male and female, 9% 45 to 59, 13% 28 to 34, and so on and so forth. 80% male audience, 20% female audience. Not bad for being less than 30 days, so very happy with the outcome. Very happy with the platform, the fact that we have access to the world and we're actually being heard. To me, it's just like I love the process. I don't do it for the money. I just do it it's therapy for me.
All right. All right, y'all. We about to get into this. Don't sleep behind the wheel. Now, what I meant when I made this song is that you're in control of your life. You're the driver. You're the captain of your ship.
Right.
Don't let nobody deter you or steer you in the wrong direction. You make those decisions. Now, sometimes, man, you might pick up some passages along the way. You might have to drop off some of them passages to get to where you need to go.
Yep.
That's what this song is talking about.
Seasons.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. T Swin. This is my new single off the Transportation Music album. It's available now. Streaming on Spotify. You can get it. Don't sleep behind the wheel.
Them people want you to chill. Don't sleep behind the wheel.
Listen to the words.
The devil trying to make a deal. Don't sleep behind the wheel. Them people want you to chill. Don't sleep behind the wheel. The devil trying to make a deal. Don't sleep behind the wheel. They ain't never do nothing. They want you to be nothing. But you're trying to be something, so that pushed a few buttons. One thing worse than hate, gotta be the jealousy. They ain't even speak, but you can hear it like telepathy. You can see the truth when a hater get tipsy. It be the closest ones that try to do you like Nipsey, do you like golf, mistaking you for salt, cause they grounded for life and your stars taking off. You putting in work and they kept taking off. Your big play gonna have them calling it for sick day. Big way, crushing all the crabs in the bucket. You talk about changing, they just try to change the subject. Smash on the gas till you reach your destination. Be cautious of relations that ruin your reputation. There's always a Judas waiting in the congregation when he could be a student and mimic your elevation. For real, them people want you to chill. Don't sleep behind the wheel. The devil trying to make a deal. Don't sleep behind the wheel. Them people want you to chill. Don't sleep behind the wheel. The devil trying to make a deal. Don't sleep behind the wheel. You trying to show the family a different way of life. Their thought process and yours is day and night. Pray for sight and guidance, making movements in silence so you can think clear. Get them demons out your ear. Life ain't a game, but it's similar to poker. It don't take effort for you to be mediocre. Now you can be the joker, you can be the king. With faith in the dream, you can have anything. Stand still and be buried in the landfill. The wrong circles could really hurt you or get a man killed. Watch who you align with, run, hustle, and grind with. Share your ideas and choose to spend time with team players, or are they playing for the other side? Would they even come to your funeral if a brother died? The road to success might require no passengers, no plus ones, no leeches, and no scavengers. For real, them people want you to chill. Don't sleep behind the wheel. The devil trying to make a deal.
And get your
Ladies
passport.
and gentlemen, yeah,
And get your
that is T
passport.
Swin. Don't sleep behind the wheel. That's available now on all streaming platforms, man. That's on my Transportation Music album coming out soon, but that single is available now. Go streaming, man. Get it, download it, buy it, and tap in with your guy T Swin.
Hey, hit the like button, fool, and get your passport.
Exactly.
Get your passport. And get your passport. And get your passport.
Don't sleep behind the wheel. Don't sleep.
And
Yeah.
get your passport.
Hit the like button, fool.
Yeah.
Anything else? What?
Man, that was it, man. Good show, bro. Good
I
show.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, man. Just freestyle,
Yeah.
baby. Freestyle King, man.
Man,
Freestyle King, man.
y'all stay tuned and tap in, man. Make sure you hit that like button before you get off of here too, man.
You know,
watching, man, show love, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
I have a question. I mean, we haven't really had a set day on when we do this. I mean, Wednesdays are kind of good for me anyway. So I don't know if we want to have like a set day on when we do this.
Bro, any time is good for me, man.
Yeah.
We still live. Anything is good for me.
Yeah, man. So
yeah, man, this is something I've always wanted to do. It's something I've always wanted to do. And man, if you'd have seen me a couple years ago, you can never tell me that I'd have been podcasting, started a YouTube channel. Back to the topic too, man. Like he was talking about people copying you. I created my own genre of music, transportation music.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? And there's been other people since I've came out that try to do the same thing, but it ain't the same quality. They don't jam. I jam. It's a God-given gift. I'm not even when you do something and you ain't even trying,
and you're like the master of your own domain.
Exactly,
you're not even giving it your all. That's kind of telling, you know. So
I put thought into these, man, but it just inspirations that come to me, man. And I'm able to tie in the transportation world to normal everyday life. Some people can't do that, but I can.
It's interesting as well. It's like, you know, the thing is, I'm not a good writer whatsoever. I have to do things like live, right? Because I'll say like some of the greatest shit ever and I'll forget. You know what I'm saying? Because it just, you know, it's better for me just to kind of come straight out my head of like, okay. And then it's weird, man. You know, I think out loud. What do you call it? Extrovert. So, you know, I'm thinking while I'm talking. And then I was like, oh shit, that made sense. And then I just kind of elaborate, you know, and I was like, I just kind of elaborate greater detail. I was like, yeah, you know, and then from there, once I lock on, once I realize, okay, we got logic. And then I'll kind of start branching off on that. And that's just the way I think. That's my style. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I have to do, this is not scripted, you know, so I have
none
to
of it, man. This is all on the fly.
I have to do it fresh. You know what I'm saying? And, so that's why I had to cut my phone off, you know, or cut off all communication because I can't have my concentration broken, you know. But man, you know, I just kind of see a lot of growth here. You know, I want to start being able to do like kind of like a fresh and fit style where we can actually be like in studio. I have the space for it. The console got delayed. It's in California. Apparently it was snowing there. So I called Guitar Center Hollywood. I ordered a 48 channel console. Like a Howard Stern console. Thing's badass. You know what I'm saying? So I have like 3 microphones here. I'm trying to get my lighting done. It's going to be really nice. And, you know, I want to start bringing people in to interview or whatever. You know, I want to start incorporating my turntables because it's like originally I'm DJ by trade, you know, so original music, original beats, have a little fun. Just, it's not always about just podcasting. It's about whatever the fuck we feel like. You want to promote an album, promote an album. You want to promote beats, promote beats. You want to, you know, it's just whatever I feel like doing, you know? So I see that in the future. So, all right. Peace, love, and hair grease, motherfuckers. Peace out. Hey.
It's the end of the show. Yeah, we must go.
Hey. Hit the like button, fool.